Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Saturday. How's it going out there? We're back with another game of the day. Thank you all for taking the time to watch and comment on yesterday's videos. I genuinely appreciate it. Today we are looking at some South American Rocket League. You know, I'm in Florida. It's nice and spicy out here today. The sun is shining. So I'm in a South American kind of mood, I guess you could say. But also, this is one of the most exciting regions that we have right now. I think honestly, the parity and the amount of teams who we could realistically see come out of this region makes it more exciting, honestly, than North America, in my opinion, right now, which seems like we have a fairly good idea of who is where. There are some, some still exciting things to be figured out, but today we're on with AJG, who used to be in North America, and I was absolutely shocked that they moved off of him when he was on that complexity roster. But to be fair, I've said this before, I think things reach a certain point where once you've seen a roster enough times, even if you feel like you're right there, sometimes you just have to make a decision and change things up just for the sake of changing things up. What's the old saying? Stupidity is, or not stupidity, but insanity is the idea of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I think that's kind of where Complexity found themselves. But AJG has gladly found a new home here in KRU Esports. And he is alongside Bemmz and Wisty. Wisty is an up-and-coming prospect who previously was on W7M, if I'm not mistaken. And Bemmz is a player who we've seen at some majors, some real heads-up transition defense back here from AJG. But Bemmz is a player who I've had my concerns about. Really staunch defensively, but sometimes can fall asleep in big moments, and always hasn't shown the offensive prowess that you would anticipate to be at the highest level from what we typically anticipate in Rocket League. Great cut here by AJG, and we'll talk about gameplay here in a second. AJG has found himself, if you watched the video yesterday with Justin, in a similar place where he's kind of a vet who has found himself. Wow, it was a great 50 though by Bemmz. Let's check that out one more time. I think it's him right here. Ah, yes, the classic rainbow boost. Great 50, and I think that was a force by Wisty to make the defense pop up earlier than they wanted to there to put them in a tough position. But AJG really seemed to find his stride, at least in this series. He was 9 from 21 from the floor, which is pretty incredible when you compare it to the rest of the scoring output. And hey, it's not, stats you can only take so far. But 9 for 21 is pretty crazy when the next highest shot total was 13. And then there was a couple with 10. AJG transition goal there, which was set up by his teammate, really was putting the pressure onto Team Secret offensively. A team who historically, as an organization goes, has been okay with playing defensively and kind of letting a lot of shots in. This goes all the way back to that top 4 that they made. What major was that? I can't remember offhand, but it was when they shut down that version 1 team, held beast mode to 1 of 11 shooting, and ended up making a quarterfinals. But Team Secret has always kind of, no way that works. Always been a team who has kind of allowed quite a few shots. And this is a little bit different of a version just because Mata is definitely an offensive upgrade, and Brad is somebody who I've appreciated for a long time, especially for his passing and his off-ball work on the offensive end. So this is not the same defensive stalwart that we've known previously, but again, similar output. So AJG, really awesome to see that he has still found himself in a great situation here. This is actually about to be a rematch that we're going to see in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals, and it's a pretty impactful one. Both of these teams are well in the driver's seat. Driver's seat means that they're really there, but both of these teams control their own destiny if they want to make Major 2. I think Complexity is the obvious second favorite besides Furia, and Complexity had some lackluster results. They're actually in 5th or 6th place in the points right now, and they're going to have to go through the winner of this game if they want to make a grand finals after overcoming, I can't remember who they're playing in the quarters, but it seems like a game that they're going to win. But I just kind of rambled in this one, huh? I didn't really talk too much about the gameplay, so let's lock in for the last 40 here. AJG is going to creep up, take a really solid 50. That is a great little delicate touch pass to keep it in the box and keep the play in action. Wissy's going to go off the sidewall, just buy some time as Bemmz cycles back in from that midfield boost, and AJG, that's a rough demo to take right there because it puts your team in a really tough spot in transition. Mata's going to keep that floating on the back wall. I think Wisty got a nice little deft touch there to keep that out of a tough position. And AJG, what a flick. Almost gets demoed and still gets it past two. Puts them in last shot territory here. No way. No way. I talked so much trash about Bemmz not always being super solid on the offensive end. But let's look at this. Great little pass. Keeping in it with 12 boosts. Now he's going to cycle to that midfield boost. Great timing. Who's supposed to be up for this? Nobody is up. Oh my goodness, what a double touch. Alright, let's finish up the game on Bemmz POV, and then I think I want to go back and look at that again. Mata's just sitting in goal. It seems like somebody should have been up for that. I don't really know how the defense fell apart there. And looks like this one's just going to die. Yeah, great demo by Wisty, who had 11 demos over the course of this series, which led his team. Here, let's find... I mean, that's Brad. Brad's got to be up for this, right? Full boost. Oh, Brad. What are we doing? I hate to hop around on you guys, but I really am curious to see how this came to fruition. 100 boost, too. You can't have that. You got to be up for that. I guess you just really don't think Bemmz can hit that. But, man, heck of a shot to put this one away on. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a quarterfinal matchup, so certainly going to be an interesting watch to see who can come out. This was Game 5. I don't think I mentioned that at all during this video. It ended up being a really tight one. Bemmz takes a much-deserved MVP in this one. AJG was MVP for KRU in all 4 of the games leading into this one, and still felt pretty impactful throughout. What do you think about these teams who are kind of floating around in the middle here? I, for one, am a big fan of Complexity and Furia, but I would love to see a new team kind of pop up at the major scene, whether that be one of these two, Ninjas in Pajamas or whomever. But have you guys been watching a lot of Sam? I always say that I want to make more time to do it, and I rarely do. But I really want to try to, down the stretch here, I'm going to try and lock in for the weekend. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. If you wouldn't mind letting me know, do you like these game a day? Would you like me to do a series? Would you like something that comes out a little less frequently, maybe a bi-weekly or a weekly video that's a little more edited? Let me know. Ultimately, I want to make this stuff for you guys to enjoy watching. So thanks again. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll chat soon.